Yep, so over in SA, a bunch of convenience stores have been issued a warning for selling highly caffeinated energy drinks, especially targeted towards kids.
Yeah, I saw this. Some of them were 9 times more caffeinated than Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it's unreal. So to put it in perspective,
Crazy.
brands like G Fuel, Bang and Raise, brands I haven't even heard of, to be fair. They pretty much contain 300 milligrams of caffeine per about 500 ml cans. In Australia, it's illegal to have more than 320 milligrams per litre. So the proportions are totally off. They are so caffeinated. Just, watch out if your kids are drinking G Fuel or Bang and Raise. But even adults, I mean, it's bad for anyone to have these ones.
Just don't drink these energy drinks.
Just be wary of those. So, 18 shops around Adelaide have been issued with a $3,000 fine for selling those drinks. Now, over to the Olympics. Really interesting. Macca's has been banned from all the Olympians. So
Macca's?
They usually have like a big food centre for all the Olympians to go to and eat from.
Yeah.
And back in 2012, Usain Bolt actually, I was looking at this here, he ate 1,000 chicken nuggets.
1,000?
Macca's
over the
chicken
course
nuggets.
of the Olympics? It's not even that long.
I know. It's not that long at all. And
what was his average?
He would have been in that training period as well for a bit. But 1,000 chicken nuggets in 10 days. So 100 a day.
100 a day.
Yeah, unreal. So,
well, hey, it didn't
then
affect his performance. Why get rid of it?
It must be good. But since then, they've pretty much taken it away. And in this year's menu, they're going for a more healthy route. So they're banning the McDonald's over there for a little bit.
There you go. Okay. Other news in Olympics?
So other than that in the Olympics, there is rumour and speculation of who could be the big singer for the opening ceremony.
Yeah, who?
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga?
Lady Gaga's a big one, yeah.
That's a bit strange.
Yeah.
She's not French.
Well, she's not French. I mean, imagine if you did have a French artist, so if we could concoct our own little French festival for the opening ceremony, who would you have?
You'd have to chuck in someone like David Guetta.
I mean, why not?
Why wouldn't you have him? He's French.
Classic Frenchman.
He'd do it.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
It'd be a good starter, good energy.
What about you?
Daft Punk? I reckon Daft Punk for a reunited tour for the opening ceremony.
If there was one thing they'd reunite for, it would be the Olympics.
It would have to be something big. They're not going to do some crummy little show. It would be the world stage, like the Olympics for sure.
You know who else is French who could be a vibe?
Who's that?
DJ Snake.
Turn down for what?
Now that's how you get the Olympics started.
I was walking down Rundle Street yesterday as I was leaving work, and something happened which I can only imagine is a lot of girls' worst nightmares.
Sure.
A woman's handbag strap broke, handbag fell, everything came out.
Right, it really
in
is
the middle of the street.
That equivalent to the thong strap breaking, as in foot thong, as an inconvenience.
It didn't need clarification.
Thought your mind could have gone the other way. That too. I mean, that also would be quite inconvenient for a girl. But yeah, handbag, that's up there.
Fell to the ground. Everything. Sorry. Everything came out. So I was walking past. I stopped to ask if she needed any help, and she said no. So I assumed she was just a bit embarrassed. But I did see one thing that came out because it kind of opened up and kind of went everywhere. Fish flakes.
Fish flakes?
Fish flakes that you sprawl into, feed your goldfish or whatever. And I thought, it's a bit of an odd thing to carry around in your handbag. And it kind of got us thinking, the handbag is like an abyss of the unknown for men.
Yeah.
Right? So I thought, let's educate blokes this morning, find out the weirdest things girls carry around in their handbags. We'll go to the phones in just a moment. But to kick things off, Callum, we've got our producer, Steph. We're inviting back into the studio.
Hello.
Now, Steph, we've seen a little glimpse of, what's hanging out of the bag, but nothing in particular. All we can tell is that it is chock-a-block full with a bunch of stuff.
It is. Well, I like to be prepared, okay? And I'm a hungry gal, so I've got a bit of a pantry in here. So I guess I'll just start pulling things out.
Yeah. Let's pull the first item out, which is can of tuna. Okay. Yeah, lunch. A second can of tuna.
2 cans.
Fair enough.
Hey,
a third and fourth can of tuna.
There's a lot of tuna.
How much tuna do you eat in a day?
I like to keep my protein high. What can I say?
What's with this lady you saw dropping fish flakes and Steph having tuna in her bag? Is it just a common thing for girls to have fish-related products in their handbags?
I can't answer that, Callum. It's a secret you'll never understand.
Are you feeding the office for lunch today? What's with the 4 cans of tuna? Is that all for today?
Well, I just feel like it's cheap, it's healthy, it's for whenever I feel like it. These could sit in my bag for weeks, months, days. It just depends.
All right, what else have we got in the handbag?
Anything else?
So we've got the rice variation, okay? So we have the fried rice, the Uncle Ben's rip-off, because we're on a budget.
Okay.
And then we have
then
just
more rice.
More rice.
Okay.
Big foodie over here.
4 cans of tuna, 2 separate things of rice. What else have we got going?
Vegemite. Why is that Vegemite? It doesn't make sense for any of those meals.
Because sometimes I have crackers and I just want Vegemite with them, okay? It's salty and it's good.
Right, so you've just you brought half your pantry into work with you.
Tom, I've had a glimpse of one of the last items.
Oh, there's more, is there?
About to reveal.
Okay,
my
so
God.
we've got
my
what should we go for? We've got the avocado,
More
but we've
food.
also got the iron tablet.
Oh, at least it's not fish oil.
True that.
Look, I mean, that's some pretty strange stuff. We want the women on the phone now. What's in your handbag, Adelaide? Hey, we've got Sarah on the line. Let's go to her now. Sarah, good morning. What do you got in your handbag?
Hey, it's not what I have in my handbag right now, but I used to carry around my pet rat to the shops.
Pet rat? Oh, no.
Real rat or like a toy?
Yeah, real, my pet rat, yeah.
So is it just you wanted to carry around at all times? You were just best buddies, or what's the go?
Used to take him everywhere. I'd have him on my shoulder or in my handbag.
Real.
Sarah, what about if you're going out for dinner? Would you bring the rat along? Try and get the free meal? Put it in the food?
Make it cook ratatouille?
I mean, I wasn't really brave enough to do that, but I probably should have.
There you go. Adelaide, can anyone beat that? We've got Taylor in the studio joining us now. Good morning, Taylor.
Good morning, guys.
Now, we've got a few texts coming through the text line. Taylor, before we reveal what's in your bag, we'll chuck some of these texts your way and see if any of them, reign true with you as well.
Okay, right, go for it.
I mean, because, as we know, it's a magician's bag in there. You got the weirdest things, but are these considered weird? Someone's texted in saying, boys, stitching up the wife on this one. She'll walk the dog, come back with a minimum of 2 poop bags in her handbag.
Now, Taylor, you do have dogs. Is this something that you've done?
Do you know what? It's an absolute necessity. I'd rather put it in my handbag than in my pocket.
Or just
Well,
walk
why don't you
around.
just carry it?
No.
So you don't want the image of walking around with the dog poo in the bag.
Yeah,
so
no
you'd
way.
rather
Out of
conceal it.
sight, out of mind, out of my hands.
Okay.
All right, how about this one? In my bag, you'll find mini tomato sauce packets because the bakeries and servo charge too much for them.
Absolutely, yes. Ting ding. I think when you go to Sushi Train as well, I always take their soy sauces and things like that.
Yeah.
What, have they ever broken in your bag?
Teriyaki? No, actually. No, maybe once.
All
Sounds
right.
like a good one. It sounds great having a handbag, doesn't it, Tom? I mean, imagine if someone found out we were carrying sauce packets in our pockets. It's next level
saucy
weird.
boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wait until you hear what I've got in mind, though. Keep
All right.
going.
This last text here, though, Taylor. Morning, I like to always have a toothbrush, floss, perfume, sunscreen, and a small bottle of fake tan in my handbag at all times. Always prepared for every occasion, from Zoe.
You know that girl smells good.
Yeah.
She is soft and she smells amazing. Go for it, Queen.
Big time.
All right, Taylor, let's get stuck into it. What have you got in your handbag?
I have nothing that they've said. I've got weird stuff. So first of all, the biggest thing in my handbag is tarot cards. I've
That's a
bought them
big
in.
box of tarot cards. How does it fit?
She fits nicely. So I brought this in for our resident production lady today. We're doing some tarot cards.
Cool.
I've got me AirPods.
AirPods,
I actually
okay.
have a random
Normal.
bath bomb that Kale Porter for the drive home bought me for Christmas. Don't ask me why.
I mean, if you find a bath just spontaneously.
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I've got pretty dark stickers. I've got an eyelash brush. I've got some random Polaroid. I've got mints. I've got a hairbrush.
Jesus.
I've got nasal spray. I've got a random Sharpie. I've got a toothpick. What else
A
have we
singular
got?
toothpick.
I've got me Loop earpods. Yeah, I've got a random ticket from a show that I went to on the weekend and my fresh lanyard.
Wow.
Yeah, okay.
There's a lot there to go through.
I got to say, a lot there. You're packing this bag to the brim,
Yeah.
but I mean, I feel like more normal items than what even Steph had in hers.
Well, Steph's was a lot of food-based stuff. I have to say, maybe the tarot cards is the weirdest thing just to be lugging around.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the weirdest thing in my bag today. She chunky today.
There you go. Look, I feel like I don't want to finish this segment. I want more women of Adelaide to call up and educate us blokes. What do you keep in your handbag? In the break, we had Travis from Salisbury North call up. Unfortunately, he had to go into work, so he couldn't come on air, but he shared his story with us. And he was saying when he started going out with his now wife, they'd been together about a year at this point, and they had to do their taxes. And he needed his notice of assessment. So he wasn't quite sure where it was. They decided to ring his girlfriend's mum at the time. They'd only been together 12 months.
Yep.
And they say, hey, you wouldn't happen to have seen this. It's not at your house, is it? And the mum replies, I'm just out for dinner, but let me quickly check my bag. 12 months later, has his notice of assessment in her handbag.
Yeah, unreal. And imagine them going to her, hey, I need my birth certificate. Do you have that? She's just got a whole filing cabinet in that thing.
Hey, let's have a look at the text. 0428 927 927. Never too late to get involved. What's in your handbag? We've got this text here. I really like to keep bin liners in my bag because I'm usually always eating takeaway and I can never be bothered walking to the bin, so I just tie up my rubbish and on I go.
It's unreal. What, sling it across your back? Just a bunch of your takeaway food.
Doesn't most takeaway give you like a bag?
Yeah, surely.
That's the point of takeaway.
This one here, unreal. Bananas until they mush. See, I feel like they don't have that long of a date until they do get into the mushy period. So a bit of a hazard in your bag.
Very sensitive fruit as well.
For
I
sure.
mean, like an apple I get, but a banana, I don't know. Another text here. I have a Swiss Army pocket knife in my handbag.
Hey, I guess, yeah, probably a protection thing or something.
Yeah,
or, a little gadget. This one here. Currently, I have 2 wax strips and some men's underwear in my bag. They also said, I'd like to stay anonymous. No name attached to that one.
And we've got this text here to wrap things up. I keep a hotel key card from Florida in my wallet from 2009. Goes from wallet to wallet.
Never know when you'll be back in Miami.
Why do you need it?
Tom, it's not an uncommon fear to be scared of the ocean.
No. Very common practice, actually.
You see a lot of movies, you got the classics like Jaws, focusing on, obviously the big shark that goes around killing people. Sharknado, also another primal fear for sure, but...
Rogue.
Exactly.
I mean, it goes on.
We have a new fear in the ocean, though, and it has taken the world by surprise because there are now cocaine sharks.
Cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark. Right, where's this happening? Because I'm going to avoid this area.
So over in Brazil, in the waters over there, they've done a bunch of testing. They've had a look at the water, and there's been 6,400 kilograms of cocaine found throughout the Caribbean Sea and the Atlantic Ocean around there. $186 million worth. So it shows the high percentage of users over there and how much there is prevalent around those areas that are seeping into the waterways.
So are these sharks more erratic? Are they more insane?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
All the more reason to be scared of the ocean that these things going around have consumed the cocaine, and pretty much there were 13 sharks that were analysed by scientists. They got ripped out of the water, pretty much got cut up, dissected, and had their blood and water levels analysed for the percentage of cocaine trailed throughout there. And God, there's a lot. So these sharks are beastly, they're erratic, and they're going off their nut.
I've just found the article here. 100 times higher than previously reported for other aquatic creatures in the area. That's how much cocaine was estimated to be in their bloodstream.
And why does it have to be the shark?
Why sharks? Exactly.
Why
oh my
can't
God. And of course they're sharp-nosed sharks.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark, cocaine shark. This morning, we brought our producer Steph into the studio with us because Steph, something horrible has happened to you recently.
Yes. Over the weekend, something awful. I was burgled.
What was that?
Burglar.
So, yeah, I mean, it's an eventful weekend. You've come into the studio and, I guess we're fishing around for a bit of content, and you've come out with an absolute doozy saying, yes, you were robbed over the weekend.
I was indeed robbed, my friends.
So what happened, Steph?
All right, so he snuck in through my back door. We've left it unlocked, and he's stolen like the usual stuff. So my bag, my car keys. There was some fruit in that bag, housemate's purse, whatever. Fruit,
Okay.
But the weirdest thing is that he took a pair of my underwear.
A pair of your underwear?
A pair of my
Why?
underwear. I don't actually know, but the thing with these undies is that they are so decrepit and old. They're like 12 years old.
12 years old?
12-year-old undies.
Are they still in rotation?
Well, they were, and they were on the washing line, Tom. So he's
Yeah,
coming through. Like, I've obviously washed them because I've worn them, right? But they were like emergency backups. So they were like once sexy little blue see-through numbers, but now they're kind of like this off grey.
What, so do you reckon this burglar thought, oh, geez, here's an antique pair of undies. It only gets more expensive with age, like wine.
There's Macca's cheeseburgers that last longer than these
Please
undies.
don't say cheese when we're talking about undies. That's gross.
I can take it there.
12 years, though. That's bonkers for a pair of undies.
What do you reckon your oldest pair of undies are, Callum?
Like 1 or 2 years
1
in
or
my head?
2 years?
Yeah.
I think in rotation. I've got older pairs of undies, but they're out of rotation now. I'd say the oldest one I'd wear is about 4 years.
Well, I don't get
And they're on the way out.
Because if they're ever on the way out, if I've ever exceeded like a couple of years, they usually have, like a tear or a hole in
They
them
do.
and I throw them out. So are these still in good nick after 12 years? Or
No.
You said they're a bit on their last legs.
They were like this net. And there was like little rips in the net. But sometimes when you haven't done your washing for a week, you're just desperate to wear something, Because you can't have skin on pan. It's too
I'm
much.
sure that's what this burglar was thinking.
Yeah, well, yeah, I was waiting for it. But like there were so many pairs he could have taken, but he took this crusty, dusty pair of jocks. I can't even do it.
Look, I think we're on the hunt for Adelaide's oldest pair of undies, Callum.
I mean, surely there's someone out there that can top 12 years. And then again, I'm saying that out loud. 12 years is a long time to have a pair of undies with a few holes. Is there anyone out there that's done it?
Yeah, let us know. Have you got Adelaide's oldest pair of underwear? How old is your undies?
Yeah, maybe you're wearing them right now and you need to call up ASAP because they're going to evaporate off your skin any minute now. They're that old.
Let us know. We're on the hunt for Adelaide's oldest undies. We've actually had Taylor for your workday text in here. She's still got a pair of pink G-string underwear from 2009. Have no holes, still wear them 15 years later.
See, it's remarkable that there's no holes. Maybe it's just a guy thing that, after a few years, pretty easy to get a hole in it.
We're rougher.
Yeah. And we got this text here on a different vein. Someone's texted in saying, I have a bra that I bought in 2001.
Wow.
It's that worn, I can't wear it, but I won't throw it out until I find one the same. Mission impossible. Sounds like a family heirloom or something. Got to keep on to it.
Hey, let's head to the phone lines. We got Chris from Moana. G'day, Chris. How old is your undies, mate?
Yeah, well, these are, my brother's undies, and like they've got a tag brand name Bilo. I didn't even know that Bilo even made undies. I knew you could get like Kmart brands, but like Bilo undies. I don't know if when his girlfriend or maybe ex-girlfriend come out with him, like I don't know what she was talking about. I thought, well, can you buy high undies? I just thought, no, he's just buying low undies. Like,
Chris, I had a look.
When was the last Bilo was even around?
Yeah, well, I looked it up for you, Chris. Bilo, it ran between 2006 to 2017. So at the best case scenario, they're 7 years old.
They're pretty old.
Oh yeah, that's not too bad.
Well, I have a feeling, by the sounds of it sounds a bit older than that. Maybe he was in the prime Bilo area, 2006.
Good on you, Chris.
Hey, we got Andrew and Glenelg. Tell us, what's your oldest pair of undies?
Yeah, it's a grey pair of Target Jocks.
Tajay.
I've had it since 13, 14, maybe even longer.
Wow,
Yeah, right.
okay.
13,
They
14
still get
years.
cycled through my weekly wearing now and still wash and still laugh.
So, Andrew,
Not a hole.
is that 13, 14 years or 13, 14 years old you were when you got them?
13, 14 years old. I'm 33 now.
Jeez, what? So they're almost cracking on 20 years.
Yeah, the only ones that have survived, I had a lot more that lasted maybe 15 years.
Right, and
But these ones want to keep surviving. The only thing that's happened to them is the tag at the rear, the Target logo is faded now.
right, so the elastic's still good. There's not a single hole on them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
It's
it's
only bring
not
it out.
bad.
Only bring it out for special occasions.
Yeah.
Christmas underwear only.
There you go. Tajay Jocks is the way to go. Hey, let's wrap things up over in Paradise. We got Damien. Damien, how old are the undies, mate?
Oh, it's not the underwear. It's the crime that young Stephanie has been subjected to.
Right,
Oh,
so
okay.
what's your details on it?
The art of stealing women's underwear off the washing line is known as snow dropping.
Weird one to
dropping?
call it the art as well.
Damien, why do you know this, mate? Are you a bit of a snowdropper yourself?
No, I thought I was talking to two actually, but no, my head's full of useless information.
Yeah, I had a mate back in the day, prime snowdropper, one of the best in Adelaide.
Just love the soft drink.
Adelaide, let's wind back the clock. The new quiz with a bit of a spin. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday with Tom and Callum on Fresh 92.7.
That's right, everyone's favourite quiz show. It's Wheelie Windback Wednesday returns another week. All you got to do is answer 3 questions correctly from the decade that you spin and land on, and you could be walking away with a double pass to the caravan camping and off-road sale tomorrow at the Adelaide Showgrounds, running all the way till Sunday.
Yes, it's a great prize, and the easiest way to win this prize, just by, like you said, answering a few questions, and those questions usually are movies, music, TV, anything like that. So if that's up your alley, you're going to smash it.
Yeah, let's meet our contestant today, Jet from St. Agnes. G'day, mate. How are you?
How are we all?
Very good.
Very well, mate.
Now, Jet, have you got expertise in any of these categories? Music, movies, TV? Is that your thing?
Maybe music, but
All right.
the rest is just a long shot.
All right, and Jet, from any decade, from the 90s all the way up to the 2020s, which one are you hoping Steph lands on for you?
Probably 2010.
2010s.
Okay, yeah, good one.
All right, well, without further ado, we've got our wheel spinner here. Steph, are you ready, Steph?
I'm ready.
All right, you're aiming for the 2010s. Spin that wheel! Big spin.
Huge spin. Oh, slow down.
Oh,
what the hell?
whoa.
Oh, I almost flew off the handles.
Sorry, boys.
What have we got?
Oh, it's 2010.
2010s! Jet, congratulations. Good start. First question for you. What film did Leonardo DiCaprio receive his first Academy Award for?
I would not have a clue.
No clue?
I feel like
Not a clue.
you can phone a friend. We'll give you one quick hint. It's set... there's a bear in the movie.
It's set in the snow and there's a bear, and it's
That's
not...
all right. That's too much.
Yeah, not a clue when it comes
Dicey
to
one.
movies.
Jet, come on.
Jet. We've had to buzz you out, Jet. Unfortunately, no winner for Windback. It's really Windback Wednesday today. Jet, any regrets, mate? Anyone you'd like to shout out?
Nah, it's all good.
This really...
Bit of an unfortunate one,
This
but
was
yeah.
really
When it comes to
disappointing.
movies, not a clue.
You know what, Jet? For the sake of it being our favourite quiz show,
Give another question.
we'll give you a different question.
All right, let's start from the other questions in the 2010s. What chemical element did Sia and David Guetta sing about on their 2011 collaboration? So the song is about... It's named after a chemical element, a metal. Jet, you've got this.
Nah.
Come on, Jet.
Titanium.
Jet, you're in with a swinging chance. Let's keep the ball going. Don't lose momentum.
All right, Jet, I feel like you've got to get this one, mate. The movie series ended in 2012. You were either Team Edward or Team Jacob. What is the movie series?
Not Game of Thrones. Hunger Games.
Jet, what are you doing to us, Jet?
I lie. It's Jet. Nah, that's it. That's your final chance, mate. Yesterday at around 8 o'clock, you said something which I thought was a bit lame, but a couple of people around the office seem to enjoy and have actually made, I guess, play dates to do it. You said this.
If you're looking for something fun to do, if you head to the Apple shop, I don't know why you're laughing, because it is pretty fun. If you go to the Apple shop, you can do the new Apple Vision Pros. Yeah, so it's taken the office by storm. People have rallied with me and said, yes, Callum, it is a revolutionary piece of technology that is also fun and accessible. I will go try that at
I don't
the
know
Apple
how
store.
accessible it is. They start at $6,000.
They are expensive, but pretty much if you don't know, the Apple Vision Pro is the new virtual reality headsets that Apple has come out with. So they're pretty much these big goggles that you put on, and what you see through the goggles is what you'd see on your iPhone.
Yeah.
So you can FaceTime people, you can message people, you can watch movies, things like that.
Sure.
And what's really funny about when you go there that took people by surprise is that when you go, you don't just put them on yourself and start playing with them. You have to get a tutorial from one of the Apple workers.
Right, to learn how to use it.
Sure.
New bit of technology, something that we haven't really seen come out yet.
Exactly
so
right.
I suppose
imagine
you wouldn't really know how to use it.
Yeah, I imagine they would have done the same thing back when, say, which sounds crazy, but back when the first iPhone came out, I assume they would have had people there, you know, one of those first touchscreen devices teaching people how to do it.
Yeah.
And that's what they've got now. But I was sitting with the guy who gets assigned to you, and he's one of the Apple workers, and I thought, geez, this must be, and kudos to him for doing it, but this must be one of the most boring jobs in the world.
Yeah.
Because he is sitting
Right.
with me for about 20 minutes.
So they're 20-minute sessions each
Yeah.
if you want to go try them out.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
okay.
20 minutes. This guy's sitting with me for about 20 minutes, watching me goof around on this device that I have no idea about, operating it like a grandma who's seen who's seen the iPod Nano for the first time or
How
something.
do I bring up text?
Yeah. And it's such a weird concept because you use your hands to click and use as a cursor. So you're waving your hands around like you're a flamboyant Italian chef or something, just waving them, trying to click on these things on the screen. You just look like an idiot. And they have to show you the exact same tutorial day in, day out. And I asked him, how many people have you done already? And he said, I've done about 20 today.
20?
Doing the exact same tutorial, being like, this is how you do Messenger. Don't click that. Don't click this. You're doing it wrong. Why are you doing that with your hands? And then going on to the next thing. And I thought, wow, that would have to be one of the more repetitive things to do.
Yeah, it sounds like it could get pretty old pretty quick. And I suppose, you know, earlier on in the show, we were on the hunt for Adelaide's oldest pair of underwear. Let's start a new hunt. Can we find Adelaide's most boring job?
Yeah, exactly. And kudos to people doing these jobs. Awesome work. But are you sitting at your job thinking, yeah, I think I might take the cake. This could be one of the boringest things you could do for work.
Give us a buzz. Can we find Adelaide's most boring job? Call up now. I mean, one example I could think of is my dad used to brew his own beer and I used to help him. And it'd be like you'd get one keg, about 50 litres. And I would go, he would pour the beers into bottles and I would sit there with the cap machine and cap about, I don't know, 200 to 300 bottles of beer. That was a pretty boring job.
Just sitting there like a monkey, just popping those bottle lids on. I mean, there's so many like that. You got the bottle lids there. What about, you know, God bless what they do, but lollipop people, you know, just standing there. And if nothing's happening, if there's no hazards on the road, you are just standing there with a stick.
I understand why a lollipop person gets paid so much because you are just twirling a stick. I could find that getting pretty boring if you're doing an 8-hour shift.
The carpal tunnel is the most interesting part.
First up, we've got Jack in Flinders Park. Now, mate, you reckon this is what you think the most boring job would be. Is that correct?
That's correct. I think it would be. I was at the airport the other day.
Yep.
Where you go through the security section. The gentleman on the other side, every 15 seconds, come through, stand on the blue dots, open up your arms, check the screen.
Yeah, okay. So the thing with that one, Jack, I reckon would be quite boring for a while until someone has something on them where you think
it could be a bit exciting.
This is that, and that's the unfortunate thing. Like,
I mean,
it's only exciting when it's dangerous.
I also got to say, Jack, I feel like some of the funny things you might see people carrying onto the plane could make it a bit more fun.
Well, the only time I think he got excited when he was telling all the girls to take their jackets off.
Bit of a seedy airport worker.
All right, Jack. Good on you, mate. Thanks for calling up.
Cara in Glenelg North. Tell us, what's the most boring job? Did you do the job?
I did do the job, and I used to be the door greeter at Target in the 90s.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. It sounds all right, but all you do all day is stand on a little square mat and go, hello, hello, hello.
I don't know.
Hello. Hello.
You're really trying to instill to us that it's annoying.
Did you ever swap up the hellos? Would you ever be like, hola, hello, amigo? Like anything, did you make it more fun?
No, after a while, I just got in this loop because I was standing next to a TV that was playing the same 3-minute ad the entire 8-hour shift. And so there was just this ad going next to me, and I'm just like, hello, hello, hello.
Right, it does sound like some sort of purgatory.
Well, I don't know, because I think about the Target here just up the top of Rundle Street, and if it's really cold day, they have the best heaters, and if it's a really hot day, they have the best aircon. I wouldn't mind working in there as the greeter.
Oh, I know. It drives you mad. It drives you bonkers.
Cara, did you get your regulars at all? Did you get people coming through and then you'd be like, hey, Tony, what's up?
No. I just got people.
All right. Good on you, Cara. Thanks for calling as always. Hey, Mark. G'day, mate. Have you had the most boring job, do you reckon?
Oh, there we are. Hello, boys. How are you?
Very good.
Very well, mate. Did you have the most boring job?
Definitely did, and not the easiest of jobs. I used to help my family pick olives by hand, and my job was to stand on the bonnet of a tractor with 10 kilos of olives above my head and slowly sprinkle them and wait for the wind to separate the olives from the leaves.
Right. Now, Mike, that does sound pretty awful, but we've got to know, would you steal an olive from time to time? Did you eat quite a few olives?
Mate, at this stage they were raw and bitter, and they needed processing for oil, and you'd sprinkle them down, and if the wind stopped, you stood there like a statue waiting for it to pick up again. And then it starts, so you start sprinkling them out. You know how many olives make up a ton?
A lot.
How many olives?
A lot of olives.
Yeah, I was going to say it would be a lot.
Yeah, look, I am looking for a positive
Same.
spin on this, but I really can't see one, Mark. I think you might be taking the cake here.
I think so, man. It builds up character.
Yeah, I bet. Well, let's wrap things up and see if we can't find the most boring job.
That's it, Matilda in Plimpton. Tell us, did you have the most boring job?
Hi, it's not my job, it's my boyfriend's job.
Right.
He works as quite a long title, corporate procurement officer.
Right, and what does that do?
Which, a lot. Procurement just means purchasing. So corporate purchasing, so we're a big business, so he ends up buying the toilet paper, the stationery.
Right.
And yeah, that's the big one.
Now, Matilda, the positive spin I'm thinking about this one, do you get, if he's buying in bulk for large companies, do you swindle yourself some free toilet paper from time to time?
No, he doesn't get free toilet paper, but he works in one of those fancy corporate offices that has the free fruit, so he does get to procure some free fruit.
Hey, there you go, free fruit. Don't bag the job till you try it.
I don't know, Matilda. Free fruit's pretty good. I think Mark with the olives still takes the cake as the worst job.